those who all are here, we wanted to have a live chat with another coach, and who is better than Medha, because she's a mindset coach, and I thought it would be good that we would interact with each other and share our perspective about how do we deal with procrastination, what are actually the reasons, because if you go on internet, you will find literally anything and everything. What is it? How to manage it? But unfortunately, each one of us, face it some other time. Right, Medha?
Absolutely, absolutely. And if I recall myself 2-3 years from now, procrastination was the one most thing which was a big hurdle in my life. And it really can just block your success. Yeah, it just blocks your growth.
So what do you think is अभी क्या है वो और उसको मतलब avoid करने के लिए क्या कर सकते, that everyone knows, right? But there are underlying reasons which are, which we have to keep in account in order to get rid of it.
Yeah.
So one of the things which I feel is that आप जो भी procrastinate कर रहे हो, some other way in your heart you know that I might fail. So rather let me not attempt it and let us get into procrastination.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And I can give like 10 excuses. मेरे पास time नहीं है, मेरे पास बच्चे हैं देखने के लिए, तो मेरी health अच्छी नहीं है और मेरा ऑफिस का काम बहुत ज़्यादा है. Whatever reason it is, but underlying cause is I have this fear of failure that there is something deep inside me which tells me I might fail at it, so let me not even attempt it.
Exactly, right? Exactly. That happens a lot of the time. And I don't know कि ये कहाँ से आ रहा है. I think there is something in our upbringing कि we just कभी भी कोई leap of faith लेना होता है ना, हम उससे पहले हजार तरह के question सोचते हैं. We always think if this goes wrong, all the what ifs in the world, we just all the what ifs come around. What if this happens? What if I fail? What if 2 days after? What if 2 months down the lane I change my mind? So that is a fear of failure is like very big problem. And fear of failure के साथ I think there is one more thing which comes with fear of failure, that is self doubt. And वो fear of failure का root cause हो सकता है. तो हम लोग दूसरों को जब advice करना जाते हैं, तो we can advise a lot of things to other people. But when it comes to our own life, we're like नहीं, I can't do that. So that happens a lot. He self doubt,
Right.
So what's your thought about self doubt? What do you think?
Self doubt is again goes to the point that if I am not clear that this is for sure I want to do it, like if my why is not clear, or maybe in my core I want something else, but I am about to do something which will serve the purpose in monetary world, then I have that doubt, right? Because if something is aligned to my core, then even though there are thousands of self doubt, I would still want to do it. There is something from inside that is saying, okay, go ahead and do it and rest will be fine. Absolutely. But if my core is not aligned, or if I don't have clarity of thoughts, then comes the self-doubt.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So I'll give you the example. Like if I had to start my content creation journey, I had procrastinated like literally for 3.5 years. Okay. And the only thing was, I was not sure how to put out the content, or maybe there are thousands of doubts, like I don't know how to edit the video. I don't know how to have a good lighting. I don't know whether I will be good enough to talk to audience and so on. But still somewhere inside me, I wanted to, put out my message in the world. So I did it eventually, even though it took me 3.5 years.
That happens.
To deal with my self-doubt, as you said.
So lack of clarity, it's, the biggest thing that I can think of. Even when I started my content creation journey, so I was creating content on something which I'm professionally good at. But then there came a time when I was, every week I'm thinking like, अब post करना चाहिए, क्या content post करें, why all, जितने भी parameters हो सकते थे ना, I was analyzing myself on all those parameters. और उसका एक reason ये, and I think this is also one of the reasons why people procrastinate, कि अगर आप थोड़ा सा perfectionism वाले इंसान हो ना, you are perfectionist, so you just keep procrastinating. अच्छा ये अच्छा नहीं है, ये अच्छा नहीं है, because in my professional thing I deal with a lot of brands. So whenever I look at any post of mine, I am like, okay, ये text थोड़ा सा align नहीं है, ये यहाँ audio तो अच्छी नहीं आई, we should record this video again. So all those perks that actually delay the process, which is very wrong. और suppose आप किसी का content देख रहे हो, अभी attention spans are so less, people don't even bother. है ना? अगर आपका message strong है, obviously you have to take care of the basics, but अगर आपका message strong है, then you just start with it. ये तो particularly content creation की बात होगी. But if you have to do something not online, you have to do something in the offline world, तभी भी हम बहुत बार perfectionism के पीछे भाग जाते हैं, you know, कि उसको perfect करते रहते हैं उस चीज को. तो वो I think that is also one reason we should not go there.
वो perfectionism वाला जो loop है, that is again coming with the fact that it will take more time to perfect it, but I'm sure I might not fail if I do it so well. Again, it goes back to the point that I have to fear of failure. Because if it is not perfect and if I put it out into the world or tell it to my audience or to my friends and family, then if they critique, I will feel that, okay, because it was not perfect, maybe that's the reason. So again, perfectionism can be covered as a mask, but it is that inside insecurity or fear of failure, right? We're just taking the in disguise of okay, I want it to be perfect and I don't have good body, my hair do not look good, I don't have the perfect lighting, or I don't know how to speak or communicate and so on.
And number of reasons can come up. Seriously. And
right. And yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just expanding on that कि जब वो हम reasons देने लगते हैं, then a very big reason which comes up, which I have also faced, there is a lack of support. हमारे I don't know, कहीं ना कहीं there is something which is lacking in our upbringing, because of which we feel there is not support, there is not enough strong support system. तो तभी हम fear of failure में चले जाते हैं कि support system already कोई support नहीं कर रहा है. What if I fail तो और ही the world will crash down and सबकी नजर support system light is on us.
Support system में क्या कर सकते हैं? What should we do for support system?
Support system, the best thing we can do is what we are doing. Just handhold one person. There are so many good souls in the universe. Just find one person, which aligns with your vision. जिसका core आपके जैसा है. There is no age gap, there is no gender gap, there is nothing. But if you align with that person on its core, because we have also conversed a bit, and the roots, जो हमारे roots है ना, they align with it. So we are just pushing each other to go ahead on this journey. So what people can do is just go ahead online. If you use social media in the right way, it is a very good tool. Go online, just search for some person. Don't bother about any age, don't bother about any gender or city or koi demographics. You don't have to worry about anything. Just find, have a chat with that person. Find if they come in your network, if your roots match, build a small support system, or DM either of us. We can become your support systems. So that is the thing.
That is so true. And with that support system, it also is like at the end of the day, what you need is just one person who believes as much as you believe in yourself.
Exactly.
अगर आपके पास वो एक ही बंदा है ना, that's more than enough for you to get going. And I believe very strongly in something that whatever is your vision, your thoughts, no one else care more than you do.
No one, right? And no one should. Because it's your vision. You are unique. I always say this thing that you are unique. किसी का भी thought process, even अगर आपके family में भी, if you have brother and sisters, उनका thought process भी किसी चीज को देखने का बिल्कुल अलग होगा आपसे. If you are sitting in a classroom और आपके colleagues हैं ऑफिस में, आपके क्लास के बैचमेट्स हैं, वो किस तरह से एक लेक्चर को व्यू कर रहे हैं और आप किस तरह से व्यू कर रहे हो, इट विल बी वर्ल्ड्स अपार्ट. तो जो आपका विजन है, दैट इज प्योरली यूनिक टू यू, एंड यू हैव टू हैव दैट कॉन्फिडेंस इन योरसेल्फ.
एंड द बेस्ट पार्ट इज आपके यूनिक वाई से या यूनिक कोर बिलीफ से अलाइन करने वाले बहुत लोग हैं. ऑल यू हैव टू डू इज यू हैव टू फाइंड दोस.
एग्जैक्टली.
एंड इफ यू आर इन दैट एनवायरनमेंट, देन यू विल डेफिनेटली ग्रो.
राइट. So यहाँ पे I would like to mention one thing. So you must be knowing Sandeep Maheshwari, so he always shares a concept of common consciousness. And I think many spiritual gurus are also doing. So there is a thing कि your problem, whichever problem you're facing, let it be any problem. कोई आपका Netflix addiction जैसी छोटी problem हो, या there is a very big health problem, कोई भी problem हो सकती है. It is not a single problem to you. It is a global problem. ऐसे there would be thousands of people जो वो problem face कर रहे हैं. Just have to find one person जो आपकी तरह से वो vision सोच रहा हो, and then you build your support system. And once you find that one person now, and you will see, you will start manifesting more people like that.
Exactly. As we are doing it today, we are inviting people who align in our goals and who really want to understand how to beat the procrastination. So let us get back to the main topic. One of another reasons why we procrastinate is, again, for me, it always goes fear of failure. But underlying causes, if I get into, we feel that okay, this is the most important task, so let me finish all the other things in the world, then I'll focus on this, right? So you do not prioritize taking that core problem or the main problem and finishing that first. We feel that let me finish off all the things and then I'll focus on it, and this leads to again procrastinating it over and over. Right.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more on the time prioritizing thing. So
and all that leads to again lack of direction. जिस भी डायरेक्शन में आपको जाना है वो करने के बदले हम सब कुछ कर लेते हैं, और बाय द टाइम कम्स टू फोकस ऑन योर कोर थिंग, यू फील लाइक अभी मैं बहुत टायर्ड हूँ, अभी आज के लिए बहुत हो गया, अब हम कल देखेंगे, और एनीथिंग लाइक दैट, राइट?
एब्सोल्युटली दिस हैपेंस. और हम लोग दिस इज अगेन अ वेरी कोर बिलीफ कि जो हम लोग का थोड़ा सा आई थिंक विच इज नॉट राइट, एंड आई इंक्लूड व्हेन आई से हम लोग, आई इंक्लूड माई सेल्फ इन दैट फर्स्ट. बाकी लोग उसके बाद वही कॉमन कॉन्शियसनेस ना, तो मैं सबसे पहले इस प्रॉब्लम में हूँ कि वी डो नॉट वैल्यू आवर टाइम. हमको पता ही नहीं कि हमारे टाइम की वर्थ कितनी है. हमारे माइंड में भी एज्यूम कि वी हैव ज़ेनिथ ऑफ टाइम, खत्म ही नहीं होगा, कल सुबह फिर से आएगी, फिर से ये साइकिल चलता रहेगा. वी विल हैव, आज बिंज वॉच कर लेते हैं, कल देखेंगे. तो वी डू नॉट वैल्यू आवर टाइम, एंड दैट इज समथिंग व्हिच लाइफ टेल्स यू हार्ड. आई थिंक दैट्स द हार्श ट्रूथ ऑफ लाइफ. कि वो एकदम से आपके सामने जब आता है ना कि देयर इज लेस टाइम, एंड देन यू हैव टू शिफ्ट योर फोकस. So it's better when we have time, let's create a mindful awareness state and shift our focus in the direction where we want to go. So आप एक छोटी सी चीज पे भी फोकस रखोगे, that clarity of direction you will get eventually.
And with focus, you said very good point. Like focus, हम एक बार में एक ही चीज पे कर सकते हैं. मतलब people have this concept of multitasking and all that. I personally don't believe in it. मल्टीटास्किंग जैसा कुछ नहीं होता है मेरे हिसाब से, एटलीस्ट फॉर मी इट डजंट वर्क. इफ आई डू लाइक आई एम टॉकिंग टू यू, आई एम जस्ट टॉकिंग टू यू. मैं ये नहीं सोच रही मैं रात भर जगूंगी, अभी मैं शाम को खाने में क्या बनाऊंगी. आई एम नॉट थिंकिंग एनी ऑफ दिस. आई एम जस्ट टॉकिंग टू यू एंड लिसनिंग व्हाट यू आर सेइंग, राइट? सो only if we could develop even this ability, that we bring all the distractions, we can delete or at least keep them aside when we are working on whatever we are working. That itself would help.
Right? I like to commit here कि I have been a multitasker through max part of my life, and that does not work. That does not. I'm very guilty of doing multitasking. और होता है क्या, once you do one task, बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि you are doing one task, then बीच में कोई और टैब खुल गया, तो वो जो एक पुराना टैब था ना वो खुला ही रह जाता है. You never come back to that. And then eventually आपको सामने आता है, oh we had to make that thing, और वो हुई नहीं. तो लाइफ में भी ऐसा होता है. सपोज आप किचन में, इवन किचन में तो दिस इज अ वेरी प्रैक्टिकल एप्लीकेशन. इफ यू आर कुकिंग समथिंग, यू कैन नॉट मल्टीटास्क. वो डिश इट विल डिसरप्ट.
नहीं, एक मल्टीटास्क मैं करती हूँ जब मैं खाना बनाती हूँ, व्हिच आई डू रेयरली बिकॉज आई हेट कुकिंग. दैट मैं कुछ पॉडकास्ट या कुछ लगा लेती हूँ, बट समथिंग व्हिच इज ओनली ऑडिबल. ये नहीं कि मुझे विजुअली भी देखना पड़ रहा है, तो भाई जो
that is technically not multitasking. If you see, there is a fact which says music supports any task, and music, if you're listening to music while doing anything, that is not multitasking. That is technically not multitasking. You're not doing that.
Let us relook into this. See, here multitasking means what we could assume is all your senses are involved in two things at a time. When you're cooking, your motor skills are involved, right? You are looking at something and your motor skills are in place. But along with that, you are listening to, your ears are anyways okay, right? तो खाना थोड़ा ना स्मेल करने वाले हो, मतलब कानों से सुनने वाले हो.
बट तभी अगर आप ये समझ जाओ कि कल को ऑफिस मीटिंग में क्या बोलना है, then that becomes a trouble. तो वो नमक की जगह चीनी डल जाएगी खाने में. Right.
So true. And another thing I felt is most of us procrastinate when we are so overwhelmed with कि मुझे सब कुछ एक साथ फिगर आउट कर लेना, फिर मैं अपना काम शुरू करूँ. राइट? अगर सोचा तो that itself is so overwhelming. You feel like, oh, I couldn't figure out all the things at once. मुझे पूरा प्लान मेरे सामने लेआउट होना चाहिए, तभी मैं काम चालू करूँ. अगर अब वो आप सोचते रहोगे तो that is definitely leading to procrastination.
Absolutely. And ये बहुत बड़ा फैक्ट है कि सपोज अब अगर हम इस पॉइंट पर अपनी लाइफ में हमको यहाँ जाना है, तो this gap seems very huge in our mind. और there is one very little, I know we are not talking into how the how to's, but more on the whys. But एक particular trick है which helped me a lot because I face this gap a lot कि मैं यहाँ पर हूँ लाइफ में, बट मुझे यहाँ जाना है, तो बीच में बहुत बड़ा गैप है और वो इतना ज्यादा ओवरवेलमिंग लगता है. You want to figure out everything on day one. बट वो कभी नहीं होती, यू कैन नेवर फिगर आउट लाइफ. अगर ऐसी एक दिन में फिगर आउट हो जाएगी तो फिर नेक्स्ट डे बोरिंग नहीं हो जाएगा. व्हाट विल यू,
आई नो.
या तो व्हाट आई डू इज कि सपोज मेरे दिमाग में अगर 5 चीजें चल रही है ना, तो व्हाट आई विल डू, आई स्टार्ट, आप एक डायरी पेन उठाओ और बस लिख दो वो 5 चीजें. एंड ट्रस्ट मी, वो अगर 5 चीजें दिमाग में है ना, ये 50 चीजें दिमाग में, जब वो पेपर पे आएगी वो 3 या 2 ही रह जाएंगी. बिकॉज लाइक अच्छा ये इससे लिंक्ड है, वो उससे लिंक्ड है, और अल्टीमेटली वो 2-3 चीजों पे आ जाएगा. और फिर आप उसको बहुत इजीली प्रायोरिटाइज कर लो कि ओके ये अर्जेंट है, इंपॉर्टेंट है, ये अर्जेंट इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, तो उसको बाद में करते हैं. देन दिस कैन हेल्प अ लॉट.
Yeah, so with that, let us move into, these were all the reasons, underlying causes of procrastination. And we had a lot of discussions about what are the fear of failures. Let me just give a summary to people who have just joined. So we discussed about various underlying causes of procrastination, which is one of the most important one is fear of failure. Then you do not have lack of, you don't have clarity, or there is lack of clarity. You don't know exactly what do I want. Or you get into perfectionism mode that okay सब कुछ perfect होना चाहिए तभी हम चालू करेंगे अपना काम, या फिर you are somehow not prioritizing things, right? Or you get distracted easily and then you just lose the sense of direction. Okay, and as you also rightly said कि there is lack of support, right? And you get overwhelmed with all over what all I have to do, what all I need to figure out, and you just stop doing it. So let us move from here to how do we beat it, or what all we can do to fix it, or at least push it further, or do not get into this procrastination mode anymore, right? So let's start with the overwhelming part itself. If you have so many things and you want to figure out everything at once, as you said, we just note down things. Out of that you choose maybe 2 or 3 things कि क्या करना चाहिए, right? And here when you write down, I personally feel that instead of thinking कि मुझे ये achieve करना है, write down what all efforts are required to reach there or achieve that.
Exactly.
And when you put in those efforts, celebrate those wins.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. This is very important.
So rather than go on, आप अपना effort लिखो कि ठीक है, अगर मुझे let's say कि let us think of some example, right? Okay, let's talk about content creation since we are in this journey. So I made a commitment to myself that I have to, create content for 6 months every day. So I am not focusing on कि भाई मेरे number of views कितने आए, मुझे कितने लोग like कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि that might be disheartening. It's not in my hand. So let us not focus on something which is not in my hand, and let's focus on something which is my part which I can do, right? तो effort अगर मैं देखूं कि मैं 6 महीने के लिए मैंने plan किया है और मैं 1 महीने उसे regularly कर पाई, that itself is a win to celebrate.
Why not?
Right.
Absolutely. I applied this principle to my running. Before 6 months, I could not run. I could jog, I could gym, but I could not run. I was not a running person at all. So, but मैंने सोचा कि I have to start running. So I just started by कि walk start करते हैं. तो 15 दिन walk हो गई. I'll celebrate myself with a very small thing. There's a nearby pastry. I'll go and I'll have a small pastry. कि okay ये मेरा happy moment हो गया. And then तो ऐसे कर करके अभी recently I completed my 1K run. तो I was like कि चलो, और 6 months तो लगे, thank you, 6 months लगे, but if you break it into small parts, तो suppose आपको यहाँ जाना है, but यहाँ से यहाँ आप एक दिन में तो नहीं जा सकते ना. Even अगर आप घर के कंस्ट्रक्शन की बात करो, you don't have just one steep stairs, you have some stairs, then you turn, then you have another ladder of stairs, another pair of stairs. तो ऐसे ही जहाँ आपको जाना है उसको छोटे छोटे पार्ट्स में just break it up into small things and celebrate those small wins, which is very important. और जब वो lack of support system होता है ना, when you celebrate this one small win, तो वो बहुत उसका एक अलग ही एक अलग इफेक्ट होता है आपके ऊपर. आपको एक इंटरनल मोटिवेशन आता है. फिर YouTube पे मोटिवेशनल वीडियोस देखने की नीड नहीं पड़ती, फिर वो इंटरनल मोटिवेशन आता है कि दोबारा पेस्ट्री खाने को मिलेगी, तो let's go and do the work.
Exactly. तो यहाँ पे ना मोटिवेशन और इंस्पिरेशन में फर्क है. This is how I look at it. What you said is when you do something for yourself and especially you celebrate your win, that gives you internal release of obviously chemicals like serotonin and dopamine, those who know those terms, and that brings inner happiness.
Right.
Happiness तो हमेशा ही है, that brings more joy because once that releases, that makes you feel good, right? You are in good mood. Motivational वीडियो देख के लगता है बस लो अभी कर ले. यहाँ पे आपने already कर लिया है. So you're inspired to do it or repeat that same success again and again, right? So it is a very useful way that instead of focusing on the goal, let us focus on efforts. And as and when you put in that amount of effort, celebrate it. It's not the destination, it is the journey.
Exactly.
ये बहुत ही powerful motivation line है. पढ़ के बहुत अच्छा लगता है, but if you actually implement it and feel it, nothing like it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Your point made me remember one thing. So, since it is Mahashivratri, let's involve that also. Let's involve Sadhguru. So there was a video I was watching from Sadhguru, and a lady asked him that, how do I figure out my purpose in life? So a very simple response which he gave was, why do you want to figure out? What if you figure out?
Exactly.
उसके बाद क्या होगा? फिर वो boring हो जाएगा ना? What if you figure out and you achieve that? फिर क्या करोगे? So life is more a journey. We have to celebrate the journey. और उसमें जो भी छोटे छोटे wins आते जाएं, जो भी छोटे छोटे milestones we achieve, we just have to celebrate that, and then that is the way to keep going. It is better कि अगर आप एक जगह बैठे रहो, उससे अच्छा है just move.
Keep moving. Yes, movement is very, very important. And with movement, I can also see one more thing is, which at least I do. So to deal with procrastination, one of the ways you can do habit stacking. What James Clear says, right, in Atomic Habits. So, just for me, I have to create content every day. That is a promise which I made to myself, and it's a practical experiment I'm doing for 6 months. I started from November 1st until April end. I have to do it. तो अभी हैबिट स्टैकिंग क्या है? Obviously, since I'm into full time, work as well. Even though मैं कल के लिए कंटेंट या तो पूरे हफ्ते में प्लान कर लूं, या तो फिर भी मैं सोने से पहले कंटेंट अपलोड करके ही सोऊंगी. That's my thinking. I'll finish up my office work. I create my content, edit it, put it wherever it has to be. It has to be scheduled. Only then I go to bed.
Correct.
So that's a habit I inserted. Regular days में क्या होता है? By the time I close the laptop, I am so tired. I'm like, बस बिस्तर पे जाओ और आग बंद करो. But the habit is कि once you close your office work, find the content, create it, record it, edit it, post it, only then go to bed. So this is one habit which I created. कोई भी habit stacking कर लो आपकी, भाई आप ये करते हो, this is one you have to insert, put it in between, before or after, and then try to act on it.
Right.
And ज़्यादा दिमाग नहीं लगाओ.
So but that is a wonderful book, because आपने बोला ज़्यादा दिमाग नहीं लगाओ. I mention it. The Mountain is You, and the book says the title is The Mountain is You. जब हम अपना दिमाग लगा देते हैं ना बीच में, the दिमाग लगाना is good. You have to apply your mind. We're talking about mindset and all, but don't apply your mind as a mountain in your journey. उसको ऐसा make your mind a partner in your journey. अगर वही आपका एक माउंटेन बन जाएगा, तो आप ही आपकी सबसे बड़ी ब्लॉकेज बन जाओ, ऑब्स्टिकल बन जाओगे, राइट? तो वो नहीं होनी चाहिए. That you should never do. Yourself your most favorite person.
आप इतना ओवरवेल्म हो जाते हो कि भैया नहीं, अब हमसे नहीं हो पाया. इट्स ओके. आई मीन अगर तुमको 100 स्टेप पे जाना है तो पहले फर्स्ट स्टेप तो लेना ही पड़ेगा ना. अगेन वो बचपन वाला मोटिवेशनल कोट की जर्नी ऑफ 1000 माइल्स बिगिन विद फर्स्ट स्टेप और व्हाटएवर, वो पढ़ के बहुत अच्छा लगता है, बट जब लेना होता है तो हमें लगता है हम सारे एक साथ ही ले लेंगे.
बहुत सारी अच्छी चीजें हमको बचपन में कभी कभी पढ़ाई जाती है और हम भूल जाते हैं. We should keep looking back at them.
मोटिवेशन इंस्पिरेशन में बदलने के लिए once you start applying it, then you actually feel the meaning of those quotations and the quotes which you read and hear. So let's take one step at a time. Let's not overwhelm ourselves. Absolutely. Right? And do the habit stacking if we can. How about another common characteristic with all of us who do procrastination at some other point in it? जब हम वो सोच लेते हैं और वो पुश करते जाते हैं, whole world start demeaning us कि तुमने बोला था और तुम कर नहीं रही, या you thought that you will do it or you said you will do it and you're not doing it, and you get so depressed and you said कि भाई मुझे करनी नहीं, छोड़ दो, right? And then you get into the journey of self sabotaging कि I always do like this, मुझे तो होगा ही नहीं, मैंने सोचा और ये नहीं हुआ, वो नहीं हुआ. That time the best way to do is breaking the thought pattern.
Yeah.
Right? What do you say about it?
Absolutely. Breaking the thought pattern is a very, very core thing which we have to apply. क्योंकि procrastination में usually क्या होता है, हमें कुछ काम करना है, हमें पता भी है, चलो suppose if we know कि what is the steps, what is the direction we have to go. हमने सबको बता दिया कि this is the thing which we are doing. But still, there is something inside us which wants us to stay in that comfort zone. क्योंकि हमारे माइंड को आदत है it wants to protect ourselves. तो हमारा माइंड चाहता है कि गलती से भी इसको कोई चोट ना लगे. जैसे वो पेरेंट और बच्चे का रिलेशन होता है ना, कि पेरेंट्स नहीं चाहते हैं कि बच्चे को किसी भी तरह की प्रॉब्लम आए. बट हार्ड फैक्ट ऑफ लाइफ इज प्रॉब्लम्स आएंगी. दैट इज व्हाट लाइफ इज. बट पेरेंट्स फिर भी क्या करते हैं, दे वांट टू क्वेश्चन द चाइल्ड. ऐसे ही हमारा माइंड, हमारा हार्ट, इट वांट्स टू क्वेश्चन अस कि अगर गलती से कुछ गलत ना हो जाए, है ना. तो हम अपने थॉट पैटर्न्स में सपोज वो उसी कंफर्ट जोन में रह जाते हैं. और वी हैव टू जस्ट टेक अ लीप, टेक वन स्टेप. अगर लीप भी नहीं लेना है तो वन स्टेप ले लो, जस्ट कोई भी एक छोटा सा स्टेप लो और उस थॉट पैटर्न से बाहर आओ, विच इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ऐसे में आप एक सपोर्ट सिस्टम बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, आपको हेल्प कर सकता है. और द अदर थिंग विच आई फील जो यहाँ पर आपको हेल्प कर सकता है थॉट पैटर्न ब्रेक करने में इज टेक सम टाइम एंड रियलाइज कि आपको ये काम करना ही क्यों है. क्लैरिटी पे फोकस करो कि व्हाट इज योर व्हाई. वो जो सैमुअल सिनेक का प्रिंसिपल है ना, हु व्हाई वाला, यू हैव टू फोकस ऑन दैट कि करना ही क्यों है भाई ये काम. पहले सोच लो, अगर क्लियर है ना ये क्यों करना है, इससे मेरे को क्या मिल रहा है. एम आई डूइंग इट फॉर सम मटेरियलिस्टिक पर्पस, एम आई डूइंग इट फॉर सम स्पिरिचुअल पर्पस, या फिर एम आई जस्ट डूइंग इट टू फील जॉय. अब जैसे आपने कंटेंट क्रिएशन की बात करी कि यू आर क्रिएटिंग वीडियोस टू डेवलप कॉन्फिडेंस इन योरसेल्फ. व्यूज आए, लाइक्स आए, दैट इज डिफरेंट. वो साइड इफेक्ट, मतलब साइड इफेक्ट अच्छा साइड आउटकम हो गया, बाय प्रोडक्ट हो गया. बट आपका फोकस क्या है कि पहले मेरे को कंटेंट क्रिएशन के हैबिट में आना है. तो वो थॉट पैटर्न आपने ब्रेक कर दिया कि मेरा फोकस है ना, जस्ट एक वो हेलमेट्स लगा लिया, मेरा फोकस है कंटेंट क्रिएट करने पे, आई डोंट केयर अबाउट लाइक्स. ऐसे ही आप अपने थॉट पैटर्न ब्रेक कर सकते हो कि सपोज गिव मी सम एग्जांपल कि कुछ ऐसे बेसिक प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन बताओ.
जैसे मेल रॉबिन्स बोलती है ना कि आप भाई आपको सुबह उठना है, उठ के जो है एक्सरसाइज करने जाना है या रन पे जाना है, वॉक पे जाना है. हम रात में एकदम इतना मोटिवेटेड होकर सोते हैं भाई कल तो हम चले ही जाएंगे. फिर सुबह में जब वो अलार्म बजता है फिर मन कहता है कि नहीं थोड़ा सा और सो लेते हैं, कल रात हम बहुत लेट सोए, आई वाज सो टायर्ड, और मे बी आज तो सैटरडे को कौन सुबह उठते. राइट. पूरा दिन आज बहुत सारा काम है तो लेट मी टेक दैट 5 मिनट्स नैप और 10 मिनट्स नैप. ये सब थॉट चल रहे हैं. देन द पैटर्न ब्रेक इज की ओके लेट मी काउंट टिल 5 4 3 2 और 1 बोल के जैसे रॉकेट लॉन्च होता है, यू जस्ट गेट अप, जस्ट गेट आउट ऑफ द बेड एंड स्टैंड कि भाई मैंने ये रेगुलर थॉट जो था वो इंटरप्ट किया. And once you get up, then you will feel like अच्छा ठीक है ब्रश तो कर ही लेते हैं. The moment you go and brush या freshen up, then you feel कि चलो ठीक है अच्छा एक राउंड जाके आते हैं, या let's go for 5 minutes walk instead of पूरा 45 मिनट वॉक करेंगे या things like that. तो जो भी रेगुलर है वो उसमें एक पैटर्न ब्रेक करके do it once और उसके बाद आपको बहुत अच्छा फील होगा.
Exactly. This happens.
So that joy is like कि आपने फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन बीट किया. एंड सेकंड थिंग इज कि यू आर नॉट लेजी, इट इज जस्ट दैट हाउ डू यू डील विद योर माइंड, हाउ डू यू मेक श्योर दैट यू आर विनिंग ओवर योर माइंड. इट्स नॉट लाइक योर माइंड इज कंट्रोलिंग, यू शुड कंट्रोल योर माइंड, राइट. दैट्स द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग.
राइट. और अराउंड द डिस्कम्फर्ट थिंग, ये जो थॉट पैटर्न वाला प्रोसेस है, बिकॉज इट्स अ डीप रूटेड थिंग. हमारे थॉट्स बहुत ज्यादा डीप रूटेड है कि वी डोंट वांट टू चेंज. So recently, again, I'm referring to my wonderful book. So in this, I read a very wonderful line 2-3 days back, which was कि discomfort तो लाइफ में आएगा ही आएगा. 2 तरह का डिस्कम्फर्ट आएगा. या तो एक तरह का डिस्कम्फर्ट आएगा जो कि आपको चेंज के प्रोसेस में आएगा, One first discomfort is the discomfort you face while changing. Suppose you are not fitness freak, you have never worked out in your life, but you want to get fit. You want to lose that extra fat or you want to gain some good muscle, you want to be healthy. तो उस healthy होने के process में जो discomfort आएगा, that is the first type of discomfort. If you don't want that discomfort, then you have to deal with the other discomfort, which is the discomfort of staying there and telling yourself why you are not moving. और वो खुद को ही हम समझा रहे हैं कि भाई हम नहीं करना चाह रहे, उसके खुद को ही रीजन दे रहे हैं. तो या तो खुद को एक्सक्यूजेस देने के डिस्कम्फर्ट से चले जाओ, या फिर मूव करने के डिस्कम्फर्ट इज ऑलवेज देयर. So you have to choose which type you want.
Yes, in that case, see, discomfort be you should become friend with discomfort. Yeah, you should become friend with your fear. हाँ डर लग रहा है लेकिन कर लेते हैं because ये जरूरी है मेरे growth के लिए. So you should tell your fear कि thank you for being there. If you are here, that means this is what I am supposed to do.
Absolutely.
Right. और डिस्कम्फर्ट है, इसका मतलब कि डिस्कम्फर्ट से हमें लगता है अगर कुछ डिस्कम्फर्ट है तो लेट मी नॉट डू इट. रादर अगर डिस्कम्फर्ट है तो आई शुड डेफिनेटली डू इट बिकॉज दिस इज पुशिंग मी टू ग्रो, राइट। अगर आप एक शेल में ही रहोगे, शेल से बाहर निकलोगे तभी ना दुनिया देखोगे। शेल से बाहर निकलने के लिए यू हैव टू फाइट विद योर मसल्स, एंड मसल्स के ऊपर काम करना पड़ेगा, ओनली देन दे बिकम स्ट्रॉन्गर। And once you come out and then you realize, wow, the world is so beautiful and so on.
Right.
तो वो discomfort को friend बनाना है.
Absolutely. And मुझे पता है अभी अपना बहुत 3-4 साल पुराना फोन वॉलपेपर याद आ गया इस लाइन से, which had a quotation which said, change from this form, what if I fall to what if I fly. You have to change that statement. What if I
Exactly.
very common. We say कि हाँ ये हो जाएगा वो, but what if you fly? What if you win? What is the reward that you are going for? वो आपका why क्या है? वो जो आपको output चाहिए उस चीज से, वो is it worth it? If it's not, ठीक है, every battle is not worth fighting for. Leave it. But if it is worth fighting for, if your conscious is saying, this is something I want to do, then go for it.
एंड अनदर थिंग इज कि हम प्रोक्रेस्टिनेट इसलिए करते हैं कि हमें लगता है हमारे पास रिसोर्सेज नहीं है सफिशिएंट टू अचीव व्हाटएवर यू वांट टू अचीव और टू गो वेयरएवर यू वांट टू गो। इन दैट केस कभी भी ऐसा नहीं होगा कि आपके पास दुनिया की हर चीज अवेलेबल हो, सब कुछ परफेक्ट, ओनली देन यू गेट इनटू दैट प्रोसेस और जर्नी। देयर वन मोर थिंग कम्स इन कि यू हैव टू बिकम रिसोर्सफुल विद व्हाटएवर रिसोर्सेज यू हैव एट योर डिस्पोजल। तो भाई अभी मेरे पास एक मैं तो हमेशा कंटेंट क्रिएशन की तरफ ही चली जा रही हूँ, सॉरी बट दैट इज द जोन आई एम इन, कि अगर मेरे पास एक स्टैंड नहीं है तो मैं किताबें रख करके उसके ऊपर अपना फोन रख लूं, राइट, इफ आई एम क्रिएटिंग समथिंग। अच्छा जब मेरे पास स्टैंड होगा मैं तभी बनाऊंगी, तो ऐसे नहीं होता, राइट। यू हैव टू सी व्हाट ऑल डू यू हैव। इफ यू से कि आई डोंट हैव अ वेरी गुड जिम इंस्ट्रक्टर, दैट्स व्हाई आई कांट मेक माय बॉडी, I don't have personal trainer, or maybe I can't pay a personal trainer, so I can't have that kind of body. No, that doesn't come with even the personal trainer. That comes with your discipline, right? And YouTube pe like literally anything to everything is available for free. You have to just dive into it to find the right kind of information, what you need, and it's there. You just have to find right kind of people, right kind of community, and you can make it happen. So it's never about कि मेरे पास फलानी चीज नहीं है इसलिए मैं नहीं कर पा रही हूँ, right? It is all about okay, let us figure out what all I have and how can I make best use of whatever it is.
और हम तो we are all Indians. I think most of us who are in the chat are Indians. So we have coined that word जुगाड़. There is no English translation of that word, so it is an Indian term. तो हम तो हर चीज का जुगाड़ ढूंढ सकते हैं ना। अगर रिंग लाइट नहीं है तो फोन स्टैंड ले लो, बल्ब ले लो, सनलाइट यूज कर लो, जिम ट्रेनर नहीं है तो बगल के पार्क में चले जाओ, सड़क पे चले जाओ, कुछ भी कर लो। बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस हैं। तो वी शुड जस्ट बी रिसोर्सफुल कि जो भी हमारे रिसोर्सेज हैं उसी से हम कैसे प्रोडक्टिव हो सकते हैं।
फाइंड राइट काइंड ऑफ पीपल, बेस्ट थिंग इज फाइंड राइट काइंड ऑफ कम्युनिटी एंड पीपल हु कैन सपोर्ट यू, राइट। एंड देखो ऐसा होता है कि फॉर सम इन सम सिचुएशन इट हैपेंस कि भाई ठीक है जो मेरे पास रिसोर्स है वो उनका नहीं यूज कर सकते, दैट आल्सो हैपेंस। इन दैट केस स्टार्ट बीटिंग योरसेल्फ अप, ठीक है भाई नहीं हो रहा तो लेट्स फिगर आउट कि how do I save money or make things happen so that I can attain or buy that product or get that thing. उस चीज के लिए भाई मेरे पास ये है नहीं इसलिए मैं प्रोक्रेस्टिनेट करते जाऊं। एक चीज के लिए to attain a particular goal there are maybe 10 things which you are supposed to do, but वो 9 चीजें छोड़ के हम एक चीज के पीछे पड़ जाते हैं, ये नहीं है इसलिए नहीं हो रहा। Just focus on 10 other things, right? 9 other things which are important and try to gather the resources so that you can get whatever the 10th thing is and then put all the pieces together. Right.
So Siddharth, our mentor, who says every time he says this thing, be flexible with your methods, but be fixed on your goals. तो अगर आपका गोल यहाँ जाना है, you can always take a U-turn. Google Maps कितनी बार हमको रीराउट करता है, रीराउट कर लो, कोई और रिसोर्सेज ढूंढ लो, ये नहीं मिलता तो ये ढूंढ लो, जो है वो देखो ना, and focus on that thing and see how best you can perform in that situation.
Exactly. And only then the productivity comes. So procrastination से productivity की जर्नी हमें लेनी है, right? Procrastinate करने भाई जब कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा, and how do you become productive when you take action? If you take action, definitely वो भले ही you can't do all the things in a day, but at least if you keep doing it every day, there will be stacking of efforts and information or even the output, which जिसको देख के तुम्हें इतना अच्छा लगेगा कि finally I achieved something, I did it, right? So this is what we feel.
That is good.
Okay. Did you realize it's been already 45 minutes? We
Oh
have
my
been chatting.
God. Is it? Wow. See, this is a live example. We do, if it were up to me, I would procrastinate going live. I would procrastinate talking for 30 minutes. But having a support system like you, it helps a lot. Else, we would not have been able to, create this long form content. So, coming back to our support system point, that is really important. You have that one person who aligns with your why, who knows, who aligns with your core. Bas, you can conquer the world. And if you can't find that one person, become that one person for yourself.
Yes, certainly. So let me just, number what all we said, what all we can do to beat the procrastination, and then probably we'll try to wind up in another 5 minutes or so.
Sure.
So one thing is we can focus on the efforts which are required rather than on the goals, right? And as you achieve those efforts, set yourself some reward or something, or celebrate those small wins, because it's important that keep up your morale and boost, right? We have also spoken about habit stacking.
Yep.
You can do ki ye karo aur ye karo, uske beech mein I will do this, only then I'll have this, right? We also spoke about let's take one step at a time and let's not get overwhelmed with the overall process. We also said that we have to break the thought pattern, right? Agar wo thought pattern same aa raha hai and we are seeing that pattern and cycle, let us break it and do whatever is needed. Another thing which we spoke about is become resourceful with whatever you have at your disposal and not think कि अच्छा मेरे पास ये होगा तब करेंगे, वो होगा तब करेंगे. And last two things are stop beating yourself up. जो हो गया है हो जाने दो. Let's focus on the front journey and instead of looking at the back end. And try to take the move or journey from procrastination to productivity. That's how we will be beating the procrastination, I'm sure.
Absolutely. And even if someone we have wonderful people with us today, so अगर कोई एक भी takeaway if you want to have from this conversation, तो the smallest takeaway is focus on your why, कि आपको क्यों करना है कोई काम, and create small habits. और रोज का एक टारगेट रख लो कि आज हमको दिन में बस ये 2 चीजें अचीव करनी है. Get up in the morning, think कि आज दिन में 2 चीजें क्या अचीव करनी है. And once you do that line से एक हफ्ते तक, you will never go back. Because वो जो sense of contentment आएगा ना खुद से, you will just continue going ahead in life from that. And definitely you have to be productive in these 2 things. ये चीजें कभी-कभी खुद को time off देना भी हो सकती है कि आज मुझे खुद को time off देना है. If you do that happily, wonderful.
देखो यार, इंस्टा पे रील देखना शायद सबको अच्छा लगता है, and it is such a time sucking process. I hate to say that even though on the same platform, but it's like it just takes your time as if like I don't know क्या है. So instead of feeling bad कि मैंने 4 घंटे वेस्ट कर दिए, तुम सोचो मैं आधा घंटा सिर्फ रील देखूंगी, मैं कुछ नहीं करूंगी. Set a timer, तुम आधा घंटा बस रील देखो without thinking any guilt and anything. तुम रील देखो, but keep that in mind कि आधा घंटा जैसे ही हो and as soon as the alarm rings, shut it off and just get back to whatever.
Exactly.
हाँ. ये नहीं कि 4 घंटा देख के भी पूरा हफ्ता अपने आप को जो है परेशान करे, अरे यार मैंने 4 घंटे वेस्ट कर दिए, 4 घंटे वेस्ट कर दिए.
Highlight of today. Keep half an hour a day for Instagram reels.
Yes. And do watch out our content.
Do watch our
on
news
Insta
also.
and YouTube. Okay, so I think with this we would like to wind up. I know it's been 45-50 minutes since when we have been in conversation.
Yeah, sure.
I would like to take a moment to all the members who are here. Thank you so much for showing up. It means a lot to both of us. Thank you.
Everyone.
And yes, wherever you are joining it from, thanks to all of you. Happy Mahashivratri to those who celebrate, and have a good rest of the weekend. Those who are just chilling out on weekend, and hope it was useful. If you are still watching us, just drop in one line of a comment or any insight or learning which you had out of today's session, and in another 2 minutes we'll try to wind up. Right, Medha?
Yeah, sure.
Any last thoughts from you?
No, I just enjoyed my time there, and I didn't think we would go on for 40 minutes, and it's a small win for us today.
Yes, let us celebrate that.
Definitely, we should celebrate ourselves also. That is very important. And happy Mahashivratri to you also, and happy Mahashivratri to everyone. And have a great weekend.
Thank you.
So,
Yes, and I see that there are people who are saying that, okay, Ali said takeaways, don't make excuses of resources. Yes, very true. And two good conversation. Thank you. And someone said they love us. I am so honored to hear that.
it's like a,
Yes, there is another suggestion that says keep doing these type of interactive sessions. We would be more than happy to do it.
Definitely.
Although it was our first live and we were a bit apprehensive to do it or not. But it's like walk the talk. So we thought let's not procrastinate. If we decided, let's do it. In fact, Medha also said that it's Mahashivratri. People might not turn up or show up. But I said no. अभी बोल दिया है कि करना है तो let's do it. Even though it is for 10 minutes और एक बंदा भी आएगा तो हम कर लेंगे.
That is walking the talk.
So
I think this journey will help someone.
Seeing people's response, I think we should be doing it more often, and probably we'll definitely plan out how we can do it on weekly basis or something with different topics. Yeah,
absolutely. It was wonderful conversation.
Yes. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I'm so glad that people could take out time on a Saturday afternoon, even though they had 10 other things to do. I truly appreciate everyone's time and presence here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll try to get more of these weekly lives moving forward. Medha, looking forward for more such conversations.
Same.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Meenu. Bye. Have a great time.